Updating the monitoring and evaluation plans. When we update our M&E plans, we usually look at if there are any changes at the log frame, meaning changes at the level of activities, outputs, outcomes, and also changes maybe on indicators, mean of verification, or even assumptions. When we are thinking about changes, most of the time those are going to be here at the level of activities. That's where most of the changes are going to be happening. Very few are going to be at the output level. Very, very rare to have at the outcome level, and you'll never have a change at the final goal. If there's a change at the final goal, then probably we're thinking now that we are managing a different project. But look at this area where most of the changes on your monitoring and evaluation plans are going to be happening. So we're updating our log frame. We try to make sure that the changes are reflected in our matrix, that we got all the new information that is visible and that people understand how they need to use that information. We make sure also that any changes are part of the logic behind the log frame, meaning that if we are adding an activity, we know that activity has a direct contribution to the output, and that will have a contribution to the outcome, and eventually that will contribute to achieving the final goal of the project. When we are adapting our development plans, we're going to be looking also at the timelines, progress indicators, we'll modify any assumptions, changes in data collection methods, and changes also in responsibilities. We look at our monitoring and schedule plan. Now we have some data in terms of progress. We know all those areas that now we have completed. We look at new areas that we're going to be monitoring, make sure that we have a name of the person responsible for that, and we have a timeline where we're going to be actively working on that specific area. We're updating also when we are having also progress in our monitoring matrix where we have our indicators. We look at the progress we made on each one of those indicators. We may also update the data sources we're going to be using to collect the data, changes also responsible for the different levels that we have in our monitoring matrix. Again, all those changes they need to be reflected on all the plans that are in the hands of the people who need them to do their work on a regular basis.